Is what it do and how the hell are all of you with yours truly, Petra? Fucking back with another mother love. You already know the deal. Grab your smoke, grab your drink, and lock in with your boy because we back with another one. Now, it's been a minute since I did one of these. It's been like 3-4 months, something like that. Getting some shit right. It's all good, though. We back with it. Now, there's been a lot of shit going on in the news. Let's keep it a buck. Roe v. Wade, Elon Musk, Twitter, the I think that's pretty much it at this point. The two major things, because I mean, it's really got the left all riled up and bothered. Next to like Biden sending $40 billion to Ukraine and other shit like that. But what we talking about today is the Roe v. Wade shit. Something threw me off, man, today when I was on TikTok for a little bit, just scrolling and just seeing what's going on. There's a lot of crazy cats out there, right? There's a lot of crazy motherfuckers, and that's not new. That's not, it is what it is, right? But let's get to it real quick. So this person gonna do what they gonna do, right? But if you read what it says, when the penalty for abortion is greater than the penalty for rape, now we're going to let it play and then we're going to talk on it. I ain't going to let the music play, whatever. But now say they got Eileen Wuornos in the background. Mama is a soldier, not a bitch. Dead man don't rape, right? They're going to do their thing. This guy got some views, right? We don't go back. We're going to see. They got some views. See, like, this got some views. This one did 1.4. And I mean, the rest, it looked like it jump around a bit, like numbers-wise, right? Whatever. But there's a reason this blew up, obviously, because it's popular at the moment. And what she's saying, I think the person they're using is kind of extreme. That's my personal opinion, Eileen Wuornos. But let's get there now. Which feline, I think it's felinist, club foot dancer, whatever. You do whatever you're going to do. I don't give a fuck. Do what you're going to do. But when I get to this, you know what I mean? And you're going to, that's what you're going to run with. That's crazy. Now, Eileen Wuornos is a serial killer. She killed 7 people that she claims raped her. The Florida judicial system obviously found her guilty of the crime she did. I don't know if they ever proved that the guys did shit that she said they did, but using that strong of comparison is really something to be just like, what the fuck? That, in my eyes, that's how you're supposed to look at it. Like, that's crazy. You gonna use Eileen Wuornos out of all the people to, and I understand why they're doing it. She killed a rapist, whatever, right? I get why you're using the comparison. But to compare abortion to rape when the statistics that they're preaching, it's so bad, it's only like 1 to 3%. That's 3% on the highest of it. And that's somebody giving you percentage. Like, let's keep it a buck. Now, I'm a guy, so there are a lot of people, guys shouldn't have say in it. This, that. Well, maybe if a guy doesn't get to have a say in abortion, then maybe when it comes to a courtroom, women shouldn't have a say in what child support should be. Like, guys can play this game too. Like when women are like, oh, guys can get a vasectomy. Well, you can get your tubes tied. Like, we can play tit for tat. It's not hard to do that. And no one gets anything they want at the end of it, but it ain't hard to play it. And that's something that I'm generally going to foresee happen, because you really can't. I've already said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. I don't think you can take away the right from the father just because you don't want the father to have a right in it. If the father wants to take care of the kid, and you, fuck that, why do you get a say to just get rid of the kid altogether? You know what I mean? And this is another argument that someone had brought up to me just in general. If you kill a pregnant mother and you get hit with 2 murder charges, how is the person that's having an abortion, just to have an abortion, how are they not getting in any kind of trouble for that shit? You don't want to see it as murder, but if it was a pregnant mother that got shot, you'd see it as murder then. So it's only a baby when they want it to be a baby. It's not a baby when they don't want it to be a baby. It's not something that's breathing when they want or don't want. It's really a fucked up game, and the left is really good at this game, you know what I mean? And we've seen this for years and years and years at this point. And I just kind of thought, like, I ain't got no major speech or something to say about it. I just was like, this shit's wild. I don't foresee it going anywhere worthwhile. Like, the left's argument, I don't see going anywhere worthwhile. Like, I think as mad as they want, taxpayers shouldn't be forced to pay for an abortion. That shouldn't be on them. It just shouldn't. And you got people out here trying to make Planned Parenthood sound like they do some great work. Just because you help out some people doesn't mean you haven't fucked up and continue to fuck up. They have had plenty of scandals. So to try to downplay the scandals they've had with, oh, well, they did this, this, and this, you're reaching. And like I try to tell people, man, you reach hard enough, you're going to throw your shoulder out. So, but just in a nutshell, tit for tat, it can be what it is. And let's just keep it a buck. I got no problem saying how it is. Like, women, feminists, whatever, people that are for abortion, pro-life, whatever fuck, pro-choice, whatever, however, whenever, that's if they want to go tit for tat, they might not like the end game there. Let's just keep it a buck. Because for as crazy as they can get, motherfuckers can just get just as crazy with what they want and what they think. Goes back to, well, all men should have their tubes tied or be financially stable or this, that, the other thing. Okay, well, we could always say maybe then the woman should be financially stable, have a decent job, mentally fit. Like, we can do a lot of things. I'm like, oh man, that's kind of fucked up. No, I don't really think so. There's a lot of reasons I don't think that. If you want to make it so guys got to jump through 18 hoops before they can have kids, why wouldn't women have to jump through 18 hoops? Why would it have to be less? Now, even those hoops might be a little harder because you might have to come up with some of them. But people got no problem, men, women on the left got no problem coming up with rules and bullshit that men should have to jump through before they're able to procreate and have kids. Financially stable, this, that, the other. Like, fuck you. Just because no one wants to fuck you, no one wants to have kids with you, don't mean you should really be putting shit on me. Or the next guy, or the next guy, or the next guy, or the next gal. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a buck. But that's what's going to happen. You keep going far with that shit. Keep going to the motherfucking extremes. You ain't going to, like, in my personal belief, they can go all the way to the motherfucking moon when it comes to weeks. I don't really think people that are pro-life are going to bend much on the weeks itself. Like, hell no, you already got enough time. How much time do you need? Let's keep it a buck. How much time does somebody need to decide if they're going to have an abortion? You need months to figure that shit out? Come the fuck on, bro. That's wild and that's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. Like I said, people can get as mad as they want. I give a rat's fucking ass if you get mad about this. I give two fucks. You want to have an abortion? Don't get mad when people call you a murderer. You want to have an abortion because you can't financially afford it because you already have a bunch of kids, you chose not to get your tubes tied. I don't want to hear bullshit coming out your mouth about nothing. Because, like I said in the beginning of this shit, the statistics for when it comes to rape, molestation, and incest, when it comes to abortion, is between 1% and 3%, 3% being on the highest of motherfucking ends. So what about the other 97, 98%? Huh? We can wait. We'll wait. Because you ain't got no good answer. You gonna gaslight some shit, virtue signal over there, do this, that, the other. Because that's what's going to happen. That's what we see happening now. We see the wildest comparisons being made. The wildest comparisons. And we're supposed to just, oh, yeah, cool. I guess that works. Hell nah. Hell nah. Someone got to call it your dumbass comparison. The fuck? The left loves using the most extreme characters in their comparisons so they can try to walk that shit back. You used Eileen Wuornos? All right. You used the woman that killed 7 people that supposedly raped her. Whatever, however the fuck you want to say it. So, are you saying she was just for what she did in killing those men instead of going to the police and having them sort that shit out? Because obviously there's more than one detective in them cases, you know what I mean? And again, I'm just going to say this. If you working in the streets, doing shit in the streets, whether you a prostitute, a gang member, a drug dealer, whatever, bro, if you in the streets doing street shit, you cannot get mad when the streets come back at your ass. That's how the streets work. I'm not saying anybody got anything coming to them. I'm not saying anybody deserves to get touched, shot, none of that shit. But if you play that game, prizes you might not want, you might get. You want to fuck around and find out, you might not like what you find out. But motherfuckers don't want to hear that. Oh, that's harsh, that's mean. That's the truth. That's why older generation, they want their kids having all these kids and shit as teenagers, this, that, because it makes their life horribly fucking hard. Makes them extremely dependent on all kinds of extra shit that they might not have been dependent on had they not put themselves in that situation. You want teenagers playing adult games? They're going to end up with adult prizes. That's just the truth of it. And now you can break abortion down by race, creed, ethnicity, all that shit. You can do all that. But it doesn't fix the problem that they're still killing babies. And people go, what about the foster care system, this, other? There's ways to mitigate a lot of what you're talking about, but that is a lot of people having to mitigate what they do. You know what I mean? Stop letting motherfuckers, anybody, and they nut up inside you. Dudes need to stop nutting up inside whatever the fuck they see. It's just that motherfucking simple. Let's keep it a buck. Now, in those notes, you already know what it is. Stay blazed, stay blessed, stay safe, and keep your eye, because I'm going to be dropping some more shit. Peace.